Self-Help Messiah is a biography, of course, about Dale Carnegie. You can see the subtitle is Dale Carnegie and Success in Modern America. As we always do, we try to give you some key quotes from the book to give you some of the author's language, and I'd like to do some of these at this time. If you'll skip 2, we'll go to the third one. Young Dale absorbed one positive lesson from his parents' struggles, a profound regard for their selflessness. He, Carnegie, concluded that the fear of standing alone before others and making a talk was the biggest problem confronting his students. So he began requiring each student to talk briefly at every session to overcome it. He, Carnegie, contended that controlling your thoughts offered the best way to create a confident persona. He repeatedly insisted that a speaker literally could use his mental powers to shape reality. Carnegie approvingly cited William James' belief that the average individual developed only a small portion of his possible mental powers. He also appropriated and misunderstood one of James' most famous phrases, the will to believe. He misinterpreted the phrase to mean the average man likes to hear what he already believes. This became the basis for his contention that speakers needed to gauge the psychology of their audience. Skip 2. Carnegie believed, and now we're on page 3. Skip 2. Carnegie believed that in the modern business world, a fresh requirement had emerged for moving ahead. In order to reach listeners, especially colleagues, clients, buyers, and consumers, the modern businessman must go beyond professional competence, mastery of facts, a determined work ethic, and a commitment to quality. He must do more than sell his product. He must sell himself. Carnegie clearly sensed a prevailing need in his business audience. The white-collar world of corporate bureaucracy no longer valued the headstrong, self-directed entrepreneur, striving diligently for his own profit and success. Instead, it valued the team player who could work with others, often many others, in a highly rationalized system for the good of the corporation. Skip 1. Carnegie's psychological techniques included having something to say worthwhile and to say it with contagious conviction because of the emotional impact. Carnegie even admitted that his central principle, making others feel important, was at bottom a tactic of emotional one-upmanship. Carnegie's ambiguous treatment of sincerity caused many critics to pan How to Win Friends as a primer on the cynical, self-regarding manipulation of others. In fact, Carnegie's vision of therapeutic self-help flourished just about everywhere on Americans' modern cultural landscape in the last half of the 20th century. It pushed New Age thinkers such as Deepak Chopra to the top of the bestseller list, and television therapists such as Dr. Phil McGraw to a pinnacle of media popularity. It informed conservative crusades such as the Promise Keepers, influenced feminist thinking, stressed therapeutic issues of identity and emotional recovery as key to women's advancement. It shaped racial formulations, inspired the Million Man March in October 1995, where African American males embraced a remedy of identity politics, male bonding, and recovery group atonement. Even political discourse increasingly adopted a sensibility of therapeutic remedy and personal uplift. And what this author does is he believes, y'all, that the Carnegie has been tremendously influential in so many areas of life. And I'll just highlight these for you. You can see them on your outline. Books that are about success literature, books that are about self-esteem, books that are about baby rearing methods, and then books that have to do with promoting business in corporate America. And one of the things that Stephen Watts talks a lot about in his book is the influence that Carnegie had on Oprah. And he talks about Oprah's presentation after 9/11 and how that linked so well to what Carnegie was all about. Y'all, there were, I've listed for you 4 major benefits that come out of the Carnegie books. And obviously, you know, self-help is very good for people who need help. And these things have done very good things. And it's helped us, as it says, number 2, to change our understanding of human behavior. Perhaps now we emphasize kindness, sensitivity, good humor, and patience, and a vision of the good life as one of abundance. But y'all, there's also consequences that Stephen Watts talks about. One is this perpetual appetite for feeling good about yourself. and people are so hungry for that, it's almost like an addiction to it, much the same as perhaps drugs or alcohol. And then this idea that you aren't really who you are, but who in fact you want to be, has introduced a fear of sincerity and gamemanship, and then also one in which everyone believes that everyone has an equal right to happiness. And perhaps you like that, but this author thinks that's a criticism. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed that synopsis of Carnegie. It's quite a book.